What's going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with your NFL DFS Week 6 Contrarian Corner. Going to bring you some low roster plays to put in those GPP lineups this week. We're going to kick it off at the quarterback position here. We're going to go with Joe Burrow in his matchup against the New Orleans Saints, with everybody looking to stack the matchup between Buffalo and Kansas City, along with Arizona and Seattle. It's looking like Joe Burrow is going to go overlooked this week against the Saints. Saints defense is likely going to be without top cornerback Marshawn Lattimore, and this is a return game for Burrow and company, with he and Jamar Chase both playing their college days at LSU. If you're looking at a high-scoring game, this one also has the third highest total on the board. Again, we're looking at a nice price point here for Joe Burrow. We know they're going to look to throw a lot, and this is an offense that can certainly put up a lot of points, as many points as the other two games that everybody is looking to stack. Getting Burrow in your lineup at a low roster price tag here could be very fruitful in your GPP lineups. At the running back position, we're going to go with Aaron Jones up against the New York Jets. This is a Jets defense that last week gave up over 100 yards and a touchdown to Raheem Mostert. We also saw Nick Chubb run in 3 scores against them back in week 2. Aaron Jones for himself, he has 2 100-yard rushing games already on the season, and we're seeing his snap count begin to rise up over A.J. Dillon at a higher rate than it was at the beginning of the season. It's clear that he's separating himself as the lead running back, and Green Bay is a 7.5-point favorite here at home this week. This could be one where Green Bay goes up big, and Aaron Jones plays a big part in that offense. At wide receiver, believe it or not, we're going to go with Gabe Davis here. If you're looking at our draft percentage forecaster over at Fantasyline, we're projecting Davis to be under 10% rostered, which could make a little bit of sense with everybody looking to spend up for Stephon Diggs, spend up for Marquise Brown, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and even Travis Kelce getting some ownership. We're seeing like Gabe Davis may be the overlooked man in that matchup between Buffalo and Kansas City, which really doesn't make much sense considering the fact that we saw Davis have that monster 2-touchdown game last week. And who can forget last year in the playoffs, he had over 200 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns against this very same Chiefs defense. I'm going to put him in my GPP lineups this week, and so should you. And we'll wrap it up at the tight end position here. We're going to go with Zach Ertz. We got to get some exposure to that Arizona-Seattle game here. And Ertz has seen double-digit targets in 3 of the last 4 games. Everybody, again, is going to be focusing in on Hollywood Brown, Rondale Moore as part of this Cardinals offense. Benjamin's going to get some exposure. We should not be sleeping on Zach Ertz here. The Seahawks defense against tight ends is not very good, especially since they lost safety Jamal Adams. Now's the time to put Ertz in your lineup, especially if he's going to be low-owned. That wraps up this NFL DFS Week 6 Contrarian Corner, everybody. Let's go make some money.